What's up? It's your boy Dan, and I'm back with another sweet and sour episode of the Surviving Scamazon podcast. So, in this episode, we're going to be doing all of our normal segments like the VOA board and, just talking about the general problems that most warehouse associates are facing nationwide and sometimes worldwide, because we got another thing that they're talking about, and it's called Make Amazon Pay. And it's supposed to be, really premiering with this whole Black Friday situation. So, I'd also like to give a shout out to all the people who are validating the experiences that I relay on this channel and explaining how some of the warehouse workers or a lot of the warehouse workers feel and the positions they are being put in. So thank you guys for comments, likes, sharing the videos, checking it out. Definitely don't forget to subscribe. So this episode is mainly going to be focusing on everything going on with Amazon for the Black Friday and holiday season. As we start getting closer to Christmas, we go into like a peak season situation where, they start to press the employees a lot harder, and they eliminate the ability for us to use our vacation time, which we can't use until like the end of December or like the beginning of January, but it's supposed to be vacation. So that's one major thing that is like kind of crazy about working for a company, when they just say, hey, you can't use your vacation time anymore. Another thing is they start to try to just get us motivated or fake motivated to just press and keep on making us work. Then there's the MET schedules that they put out, and with these MET schedules is an extra day of work, mandatory overtime, and then there is a extra hour on most of those days. So instead of working a 4-day week, you might end up working a 5-day week with 11-hour shifts instead of 10-hour shifts. And this is one of the times where it's really difficult sometimes, depending on what department you're in, because you can literally be doing a path or a job in the warehouse that you may or may not be used to. You may get labor shared. And in these situations, you can sometimes get written up because of the fact that you're doing this job for an extended period of time. So what'll happen is during a peak or MET week, you'll be doing all this stuff, and you'll be barely hanging on because you're doing an extra hour and an extra day with no option to get out of it. Because like I said, you can't use your vacation time because it's been, But what happens is you'll end up working the MET week or in days, and then the next week you'll be like, your manager might pull you aside and say, hey, last week during MET, at some point you were under your rate or under your quality or under your productivity quota, so we're actually going to have to write you up. And like I said before in another video, this is when you become, whenever you get written up at Amazon, it's like prime time for them to keep pressing you and squeezing more work out of you. Because if you get written up in the next 30 days, you're now going to be on a second written, and you can be written up on a first, second, and third written in multiple categories, including quality and productivity. So it becomes like this complicated game. Like, it's all a bunch of complicated systems in order to keep you as an employee stuck in somewhat of a box. This is before we even get to the UPT. This is before we even get to the point system. So with all these things going on, it's very difficult for you to really maintain your job, unless of course you're just submitting full time and full effort to this company. You have no choice, because there's 3 different categories and several different ways where you could just be, put in a situation where you could lose your job. especially during peak season. So if you've been written up during peak season, it's like go time for the company and they're going to be working you. The Make Amazon Pay movement goes, we're going to see today on Black Friday what exactly is going to happen, how many different places and countries are actually participating in this, because it's a big effort to try to like get more attention and more eyes on the situation that warehouse workers worldwide are facing. I'd also like to top that off by saying a lot of the situations that we as employees find ourselves in stem from all types of things, such as, just the general rate of inflation here in the United States, and also just the overall prices of things going up, including food, gas, and we're just in a situation where if you were to try to eat at work, you'd be spending a little more than what you make an hour just to have a decent meal and then continue working for the rest of the day. So we just know at a certain point that someone's going to pay for this, and as we consistently hear, Amazon generating these record profits, it's just kind of weird that we don't hear anything about the employees getting help directly.
Amazon Podcast, only on YouTube.